Hi guys, Christopher here with another episode of my York City Simulator career mode. We are going to play through the month of October. We start with a game against Doncaster, we then play Walsall, then Preston, then Shrewsbury, then Northampton, and we finally cap the month off away at Chelsea in the Capital One Cup. If you remember from the last episode, we had a fantastic victory against Everton in the previous round. But what I'm going to do first of all is what I've been trying to do for a long time, see if I can get a second scout, and unfortunately I can't. They are still too expensive for what I want. I do want a at least a 2-star overall scout rather than another 1-star scout, and I'm not prepared to not say cheat, but I'm not prepared to use the resources available and get a financial takeover. I want to try and do this simulation without the aid of any additional funds. We'll quickly go and check the team ahead of our next game. Quite a few players are shockingly out of form, so Achille can come back in. I think Camacho will definitely come back in as well. Strumer, you can come out, and Vilhena, you can go in. Taylor, you can come back in as well. Okay, Salmov, you can go back into your more familiar role. Energy seems to be okay for some players. Blanchett, you've got full energy, you can come in for Taylor. Victor Soriano, you're back from injury, so you can come in. Chambers, you can go back out. Camilleri, you can stay there, but I'll swap you over. Prefer you on the left and Soriano on the right. Quickly check the subs. Piazzon's still out for a while. Silva, I believe, is shockingly out of form as well. He is. Well, everyone on my bench is really out of form. I'll just have to stick with what I've got. Although I'm not too keen on having 3 strikers on the bench, so I will bring Silva onto the bench. Hopefully, if he gets a substitute appearance, he can improve and just get his form up a little bit. But we'll quickly move on and get this next game underway. Doncaster are playing a 4-4-2 formation. They've been in good form recently. Beat Swindon, drew with Birmingham, and beat Stevenage. And they can't beat us. Goals from Soriano and Pina. Soriano injured in the 62nd minute as well. Billy Painter with a goal for Doncaster. Victor Soriano out for 2 months. So we've been dealt blows recently with both my star strikers out in Piazzon and Soriano, both out for a few months. What I've also got to try and remember is Victor Soriano is only 16, so I am putting a lot of pressure on him. As Tony Vilhena says, thanks for putting him back in. Okay, we now have a game against Walsall coming up as Charlie Taylor's loan deal has ended. Okay, I may need to look to bring in another left back to cover Blanchett, but I'm not too sure because I know Ho can play left back as well, but I will quickly see who, if anyone, is available. I think I'll look for, and obviously the transfer window shut, so it can only be a free agent who I can sign. So we'll quickly just see who, if anyone, is available. I prefer someone young that I can bring through the ranks, but also they need to be a decent rating. And to be honest, there's Punch, Masanamela, or this Marvin Beranja. They're the only two. Stamina 90. Wow. Okay. Medium defensive work rate, but low attacking work rate. What about Punch? Not the greatest stamina compared to Marvin, but he's got better slide and standing tackle. He likes to bomb forward a little bit as well. They're the only real two, but there's no one else. You are looking, with the bare bones there. Potentially, if Blanchett gets injured, there are players available there who I could look to bring in, even if it's on a 1-year deal. Just see if any of them accepts a 1-year deal as cover, but we shall leave it for the time being and get on with this next match against Walsall. And just check the team, see if everyone's okay. Obviously, Soriano needs to come out as he is injured. Pina can come back in. Soriano, you're on the bench, so I'll move you off the bench. And I think I may bring Chambers in. I'm not too sure whether I want another defender, or whether, because obviously I've got no left back now, so I'm don't know whether to bring Ho up or whether to bring Struma up. I'll bring Struma, I think, and just pray that Blanchett doesn't get injured. And we will quickly get on with this next match. Okay, Walsall have been out of form slightly. Okay, we win 2-1. Goals from Pina and Tony Vilhena. We were 2-0 up, and then Patterson gets a goal back for Walsall. Okay, quickly see where we are in the table as well, hopefully. As soon as EA decide to advance the schedule, thank you very much. Okay, York City flourish without Killeen. Yep. I just had this inkling that he was not going to be as good as he was for us last year. He's with his rating dropping one. As we are in 5th in the league table, we are 5 points off the top and only 3 points off the second automatic place. But more importantly, there's a huge gap opening up between 8th and 12th, as unsettled Jivicic may head for the door. Notts County, who are in 12th, are on 14 points, and at 8th place are on 21 points, as Lucas Piazzon returns from injury. It's great news. Yeah, the MK Doms are in 8th on 21, so there is a nice little gap opening up. Just need to keep going as we are, as we have a tough game coming up against 2nd place Preston. Camilleri hoping to break duck. Okay, I may need to drop him. I may give him this match and see how he gets on. I'm not too sure, to be fair. That's fantastic. It was great new form for the starting 11. They're all coming back into a bit of form, as Piazzon is not going to be rested. He's not going to be back yet. I may put him on the bench, and if he comes on for 15 minutes, then it's going to aid his recovery. But we'll give Camilleri this game, and if he doesn't score this game, then I will bring him out for the game against Shrewsbury on the Tuesday night, I think. You got one more chance, son. Come on. Prove me right. You went through a goal scoring drought again. Prove me right. Come on. No, you can't, as Kelvin Baker is injured, and we draw the match 1-1. Okay, Kelvin Baker's only out for 3 days, so that's not too bad. Shooting boots missing for Camilleri. Today marked the 6th game without a goal, leaving Bauer in no doubt. Okay. As Penis thanks me for all the first team football he's getting. Well, you're one of my only strikers that's scoring at the moment, so you're going to be playing virtually every game for now, I think. As we have our monthly scouting report. Okay. Hoofkin's potential isn't that high. None of these are really impressing. I'll keep on scouting them though, as they are fairly young. The scout report may get better, but there doesn't seem to be anyone of any great interest there. We'll quickly see if any other scouts are available. Slightly a bit shy on the money to get Al Haradi, but we'll plough on. Hopefully after the January transfer window I can get another scout in and get some youth team players signed up before the start of next season. I think it's definitely time we took Camilleri out. I think it's gonna Lucas Piazzon's not really full fitness, so it's either Payne or Chambers, and I'm gonna give Payne a go. Cohen Baker needs to come out. I don't really want to put Silver in, but the way the team has been playing, he needs some game time to get his form up. As Piazzon, he's not progressing on the fitness front as much as I'd like, so he can come completely out, and we'll get on with this game against Shrewsbury. who also seem to have been playing Swindon, Stevenage and Notts County. Okay. As Blanchett puts us 1-0 up, and Pina scores, and Camilleri finally scores again as the Minster men take it 3-0. As the drought finally ends for Camilleri is the top story on EA. Okay. No need to make such a big deal out of it, to be fair. I wasn't that worried. I'm sure he was getting a few assists. I wish they'd stop telling me about Jovetic. I'd love to sign him, but we just don't have the funds. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That was a bit sarcastic. Okay, let's get this next game underway. I may look to rest a few players before the Chelsea game. In fact, yeah, we'll definitely give Fakito a break. Oh, Banjo, you can come in. Ho and Milanov, actually, I'll give Milanov. You've been completely out of form. We'll give Romero a game. Ashley Chambers, you can come in. And that'll do. I don't want to unsettle the team too much. The midfield, I'd like to keep that the same. But we need to give Fakito a game and get some of these other guys a run out against Northampton, who have also played Swindon and Stevenage recently. As Romer is sent off and Northampton beat us 1-0. Okay, looks like the play from each side was sent off there. Boss, as you recall. Okay, thanks. As if you're telling me something that I may have forgotten about. As the officials got it wrong, suggests Northampton's manager. Okay, well, nothing we can do about that. I didn't see the game, so I can't comment on it, and no one's commenting for me. But we'll get this next game in the Capital One Cup game, and this is going to be the final game of this episode. I'll do the same as I did before against Everton. I won't auto sim the game. We'll watch the game and see how we get on in this one. We'll make some changes to get the team back to normal. Bassam back in, Valverde, you can come back in, Achille and Camacho back in the centre of my defence. Camilleri, you can come back in, and we'll check to see how Lucas Piazzon is, and he's fully fit, so he is definitely going to come back into the team. I will actually start him, I think, and use Pina as a player to come off the bench. Chambers, you can come completely back out, Pina on the bench. And Ho, you can replace Romer on the bench as well. Kelvin Baker, you can come on to the bench. I think that's the team looking quite well, although Taylor's energy is slightly low, so Kelvin Baker, you can come into the starting 11 thinking about it. I do want a near fully fit team as I can possibly get away with right now. And we'll get this game against Chelsea done and dusted, as they have been in fine form. They've beaten Atletico Madrid, Celtic and Hull City in their recent games. Okay, Ashley Cole puts Chelsea 1-0 up after 2 minutes. Not the greatest start we were hoping for. Valverde booked after 19 minutes. 1-1 between Man United and Newcastle. Okay, into the second half. Junior Talio puts Chelsea 2-0 up. Junior Talio puts Chelsea 3-0 up. 80 minutes gone. And that's all she wrote. Full time, Chelsea 3, York City 1. Just one game too far, because I think if we were at home, there may have been a chance that we could have sneaked a draw out of it. But unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I think we did very well to get that far. As Guillermo Silva has not been playing well, so you are going to be dropped again for the next game. And I hate to say it, you are one of my new signings, but I may look to have to replace you already. Unless you severely pick up your form. But what we'll do, I will leave it there, and in the next episode we will look to get the whole of November done. We've got 5 games. We start with a game against Carlisle, then we play Oldham, that's Crawley, Bradford as well. Okay guys, I will end it there. Subscribe if you haven't, and comment if you want to. Thanks for watching. Cheers.